Hello and welcome to Mental Health and Me. I didn't plan on doing a video, but after hearing about the passing away of one of my favourite rappers growing up, DMX, and his death being linked to a drug overdose, which then led to a heart attack. It's something that I wanted to touch upon, talk about my ignorance growing up, really. When I was younger, I used to feel that people that had these sorts of issues died through drug overdoses and people that become alcoholics and things like that. I used to think, well, it's a choice. They chose to live this life. It's not until I sort of started to go through my own issues, and I suppose I developed more empathy towards people, really. You realise that a lot of these, I'm not saying everybody, because there are people out there that take the drugs and drink excessively because they want to, and that is their choice. But there's also a lot that get gripped by the escapism that it offers. They see it as a pathway out of what's going on in their lives, or or just in their own heads. And again, I'm not speaking for DMX here, you know what I mean? I'm just saying in general, this is what it's it can be, and people just see these celebrities in the news and that who have died through overdoses and just think, well, it's your own fault. And yet, really, they needed support and help with their addictions, instead of just being cast aside and seen off as, no hopes and people like that. I mean, a lot of the times, the first time most people would take drugs and things like that, it may be choice, Not everybody will take drugs, have got issues. People take drugs for the fun of it, I've never done any hard drugs, I've smoked weed and things like that a couple of times, but nothing much. I'm not someone with a vast history of it. I drink and I get drunk and things, but I can go months without drinking. But I do know that for some people, when they get gripped by this feeling of the fleeting happiness that the drink or the drugs offers, they get hooked and they can't get out of it. And as I've said, it begins as a choice, and it can quickly be taken away from you. That choice can, and a lot of people don't want to hear that and don't want to believe it. That it's a choice. As I say, the first couple of times maybe, and after that it can quickly lose control. And these sort of addictions develop, and as with any, if you've already got issues and then an addiction follows that, it's just adding to what's already going on, and it's not, obviously it's never going to help things, but the person doing that isn't doing it from a clear mind. They're doing it in desperation as well, a lot of the times, and again, I'm repeating myself, but I'm not speaking for everybody. There are people that do it out of choice, and that's their life, that's whatever they want to do. But you've also got to look at sometimes, and before you judge and say it was their choice, you also got to look and think, was it? What other issues may they had? You see so many dying young from these drug overdoses, and it's such a shame. I mean, DMX is only 50, that's nothing, is it? And if his death was brought forward because of this overdose, it's just such a shame. It's not more's done for people like himself who have got these issues, and again, it's the speaking out. Sometimes the people in these situations won't speak out, especially, I can imagine being in that industry, you know, the bravado that a lot of rappers pull across in their music and things like that, it must be quite hard for them to someone and say, actually, I need a bit of help here, you know. But yeah, you know, addiction, drugs, alcohol, gambling, another one. You know, okay, gambling might not lead to death, but it can lead to mental health issues, which then become, you know, people commit suicide because of gambling debts and things. It spirals out of control. I had a brief spell where I was gambling quite a lot. I went through a silly amount of money, and I was fortunate that I thought, I'm gotta stop this, and I did. But again, people, you know, chasing the losses, and it gets out of hand, and before they know it, they're gambling what they can't afford, and they've lost it. They've lost it all, and it can happen so fast. And all it is just, myself included. I am no angel. You know, I at times will see something, and my first thought will be a judgmental thought. But the more people can learn to sort of maybe just before they pass judgment, just think, hang on, maybe let's read more about them, or anything like that, or just, you know, think maybe there was more going on. You know, things would be better, and maybe more people would speak out and ask for help without feeling judged. So, you know, as I say, I didn't plan on doing this, and it's not something, again, I'm not looking for clout. It's just seeing his death just gave me the inspiration to sort of talk about it, and talk upon my, like I say, my ignorance when I was growing up, to the thought that people making these choices themselves all the time. So thank you for watching, and again, I can't thank all the subscribers and people that take the time to like and comment. I can't thank you all enough, you know, it really does mean a lot. So have a great weekend, take care.